Now on the news at 4:30, the Trump administration has 30 minutes to update a judge on Kilmar Abrego Garcia. The Prince George's County, Maryland man was mistakenly deported to El Salvador last month. The Supreme Court ordered his return, but the president says he won't ask for it. Our Leslie Moreno joins us in studio with the very latest on this case. Leslie?
Simone, despite the Supreme Court's directive to facilitate Abrego Garcia's return, administration officials say their hands are tied because he's in custody of a foreign government. But legal experts argue the U.S. has options if it chooses to use them. President Trump said Tuesday during an interview with ABC that he could call up El Salvador's president to secure the return of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, but he won't. The president continues to maintain that Abrego Garcia is a gang member, which his legal team has strongly denied.
If he were the gentleman that you say he is, I would do that.
But the court has ordered you to facilitate that.
I'm not the one making this decision.
Abrego Garcia was deported from the U.S. last month and sent to a Salvadoran prison in what a government official called an administrative error, despite a 2019 ruling that barred him from being sent to El Salvador. Last week, a federal judge temporarily paused her order that required the Trump administration to provide updates on its efforts to facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia. The Department of Justice asked Maryland-based U.S. District Judge Paula Zanise to stay her directive to provide testimony and documents on Abrego Garcia for 7 days. Abrego Garcia's lawyers filed a sealed response. Judge Zanise granted a stay of the discovery process until April 30th at 5 p.m. with the agreement of the parties. Despite the Supreme Court's ruling that the Trump administration must facilitate his return, administration officials said they can't because Abrego Garcia is in the custody of another country.
You could get him back. There's a phone on this desk.
I could.
You could pick it up, and with all the power of the presidency, you could call up the president of El Salvador and say, send him back right now.
And if he were the gentleman that you say he is, I would do that.
But the court has ordered you to facilitate that.
I'm not the one making this decision. We have lawyers that don't want to do this.
But the buck stops in this office.
CNN is also reporting U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and El Salvador's president have been directly in touch about the detention of Abrego Garcia. Meanwhile, court filings say Abrego Garcia remains inside an administrative building at the prison and not in a cell. The filings also indicate that he has his own bed, furniture, and is in good health. Leslie Moreno, WUSA 9. Simone, we are keeping an eye on any new developments and, of course, today's looming deadline for the Trump administration. Again, they still have 30 minutes left for that deadline. We'll, of course, let you know if there are any new details.
Right. Certainly, not only a story that's made local headlines, but international headlines as well. Leslie, keep us posted. Thank you.